welcome to Two Tipsy Plants. My name is Sasha.
And my name is Sasha.
Welcome to our podcast where we talk about plants and drink booze.
Sounds about right.
So, in this episode, we will be talking about different plants which sound just weird, or just have a very weird names, or just have very inappropriate names.
Some of them, yes, I can confirm that.
I concur. But yeah, before we start talking about the plants, which will be in a format of us challenging each other to different types of names and trying to guess what the hell that is and how to grow that maybe, and maybe if it's an outdoor or is it an indoor plant. As per the format, let's start with a bottle of wine.
Ooh, Sasha, tell us what we're drinking today. I can see that it has a cork rather than a screw top. Fancy. So that means that it doesn't come from New Zealand, because New Zealand wines usually have screws, don't they? Well, screw tops.
Let's agree to disagree.
Well, most of them, okay,
Yes,
most
most
of them.
of them.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, there is not much. Like, if it's coming from a screw top, it doesn't mean it's going to be cheap wine or shitty wine. It just means it's not going to be doing like maturation as such. But please do not quote me. I know nothing about wine. I'm just
An enthusiast.
an enthusiast.
So what are we drinking, Sasha?
Today we are drinking Fleury. That's from the Beaujolais region of France. Fleury is essentially a Gamay grape. And yeah, it's going to be nice, light. It's a chilled red, so it was slightly pre-chilled. So it will be nice and beautiful wine.
Okay, nice. Do you want to unscrew that?
Screw you. I can't find a...
No, it's just on the table, just in front of you there, boy. Yeah. Oh, it didn't make that much of a sound.
Nice.
Smells nice.
Smells
Because, I had a few in mind, but I actually had to sort of refresh my memory a little bit.
On a plant or on the wine?
On plants. Well, I haven't tried Gamay on its own before. I've tried... Ooh.
Only as a blend.
Yeah, I've tried GMS before.
GMS is not Gamay. GMS is Grenache.
Well, this kind of tells you my knowledge in wine, doesn't it? It actually smells really nice.
Shit, it's nice. Oh.
I can smell...
Myself flowers.
I can smell my flowers. Please don't demonetize us. I can smell berries. Like, I can't pinpoint what berries, but I can definitely smell strawberries.
It's like... Oh, cheers.
Did you just cheer
Just cheers the microphone, yeah. Cherries is a very typical aroma to pick up in any red wine, to be honest. But
No,
yes.
it's not cherries. I smell strawberry.
But yes, for this one, I think it's like fermented strawberries.
Holy fuck, it's nice. It actually tastes like strawberries. Wow.
So, Gamay, well, as per Wine Folly that my boyfriend gave me as my birthday present very
That's
nicely.
such a nice pizza.
I know.
Jamie,
It's
you're
a
such
deluxe
a
edition as
sweetheart.
well. You're supposed to be able to either taste or smell pomegranate, blackberry or bramble, violet, potting soil, banana.
Banana, yes.
I can smell banana probably.
Don't know about potting soil. We smell that quite a lot, and I can't smell it in this wine.
Potting soil, I think they mean like the moist earth. Like
Oh, that's my favorite smell. I love the smell of moist soil. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I love it.
make love to it.
This is only the second glass we're having today. We had a glass of something else before. So yeah, we're not drunk just yet. No.
Not just yet. And yes, it also identifies it as a very light body, slight sweetness to it, not much tannins. Honestly, it's just beautiful.
Nice. It's actually really nice. On that note, we will continue our nice conversation. So, as Sasha mentioned before, we're gonna challenge each other to some interesting names. It's so good, I know, right? Sorry, he just made a face like, oh yes. It's a really nice wine. A very good companion for today's conversation. So we're gonna challenge each other to really funny names, and we're gonna challenge each other to try to guess them.
Would you like to start first, or
Yes, I'd like to start first. So, Sasha, tell me, if you have any idea what a cucumber tree would be. So try to guess maybe where the name is coming from. It's a tree. It's a tree. So yeah.
well, considering the fact that I'm just gonna go away from what you asked and just blabber a bit. So there was a research in Japan, I think it was, when the guy have used filtered sunlight, essentially without UV radiation, and he grew tomato plants in the glass house, and it was cherry tomatoes, and because it was glass house, so he could go grow it year round, which he grew probably a 5 meter plant with a span of one plant,
Yeah.
might you saying, with a span of the canopy around like 4 meter radius.
Oh shit.
And he harvested like enormous amounts of cherries. And it's just like, this is how Earth looked like when it was prehistoric.
When it was pre-human.
Yeah, pre-human, when it was dinosaurish.
Well, no, cucumber tree is
So
not.
it's not that kind of
No,
tree.
it's not an
Okay.
overgrown cucumber. No, it is a.
Can you find it in New Zealand?
Yes, you can grow it in New Zealand, and in fact, I actually found out about this tree from a colleague of mine. She showed me this flower.
Like upside down flower with like an umbrella, white.
No, it's not white. It's got. So I actually no, the flower is actually yellow.
Do you mind if I'll Google
What? The plant?
the plant?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
You're still guessing it. But I can tell you about it first, and then you can see I actually have a picture here as well. So she told me about this plant because she saw it in Akaroa, which is a little town about 1.5, 2 hours drive from Christchurch. It's a little harbour town. She saw it growing there. The mature fruit of the plant is actually red, but when it's not mature yet, it actually does look like a little gherkin.
Is it edible?
I don't think so. I haven't googled that, but it is actually a cucumber tree. Is actually a Magnolia acuminata.
Huh.
It is a magnolia, yes. And have a look at this picture. It looks like a little gherkin, and I thought to myself,
It looks
calling
like a pine cone.
well, a green pine cone, a little bit, yeah. But yeah, you look at it and you're like, would you call it a gherkin tree? Because it kind of looks like a gherkin. So yeah, the plant is called Magnolia acuminata.
Illuminati.
Magnolia illuminati. Yes, it is native to Canada, actually. And yes, you can grow it in New Zealand. It is a deciduous tree. And apparently it's got really good timber that you can use. Very equivalent to tulip tree timber.
Tulip tree. I beg your pardon. And how is that not on the list?
Oh, do you not know what a tulip tree is?
No. Is it on the list?
No, it's not, but...
But it should have been, because tulips is a bulbs. It's not a tree.
Yeah, there is a plant called tulip tree.
Spelled the same?
Tulip tree, yes. The botanical name is Liriodendron tulipifera. You can actually see them. Do you know where Justice Precinct is? Anyway, next time we are there, I'll show you them. They have quite a tulip-like yellow flower. It is a deciduous tree, and it's very commonly used in streetscapes in New Zealand. Yeah, well, and not only New Zealand, in America as well, as much as I know. But yeah, this is my first and a half plant, because I kind of did 2 plants in a go. So, Sasha.
Well, maybe I should
Challenge
do the
me.
same to you. Well, let's just start off with string of dicks.
It's a bold move. I think I've seen it. You owned it before, haven't you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, did you not?
I had chain of needles.
Oh, okay. So it comes from the same. So it's a houseplant in New Zealand.
Mm.
Okay. Does it come from the same family as the chain of hearts?
Strepija, yes.
So does it look like penises?
One begs to differ. I think as for heterosexual male, probably does. Or homosexual male who have seen penises, like more than its own, probably not.
So where does the name come from?
Just from it resembling penises.
So from one heterosexual male looking at it and thinking
Yeah.
that it's probably a penis.
But the thing is that if you had chain of hearts, you definitely have seen it flower.
Oh, it's the flower. Oh.
So what the string of dick is essentially chain of hearts without leaves. It's just a vine, and it flowers.
So
Flowers
so
are a
it's
bit
a vine
bigger.
with flowers. Okay, interesting.
Interesting.
Do you have a picture of it?
I can Google.
Okay, I'll Google it later. I'm just curious. So what's the botanical name of it?
I think it's Serapegia, not ducks. My God,
String of ducks.
that would be fun as well. I am quite sure it's a Serapegia family.
Okay. I like it. I like it. I might see if I can get one.
Get myself some dick.
Oh, I have a husband for it. Reminder: this is only the second glass of wine that we're having.
It's fine. They'll get used to our crazy talk all the time.
Well, yeah, that's the reason why we wanted to do this podcast, because we do crazy talk sometimes, and I think it's good to record it, because why the hell not? All right, are you ready for the next
Not
challenger?
sure I am. Just give me a second. I'm ready.
Right, so I'll give you a tip. This plant is actually endemic to New Zealand, and it is called a widowmaker.
Is it just so poisonous? Like people
Uh,
just die and become widows?
Not poisonous, but you are on the right track. It has known for killing people.
Well, if it's not poisonous, it's just that fucking big. It just falls on you.
Yes, kind of. So, you are on the right track. It is actually, I actually found out about it again accidentally myself because I was researching plants for this project in fungi that we're doing, and was researching plants for the birds in there. A widowmaker is actually a Astelia hastata. It's a type of Astelia.
That rings a bell, but I don't hear it.
It's a pretty much flexy-looking plant.
Okay.
Like a grassy-looking plant for non-New Zealanders. In Maori, it's known as kahakaha, also known as perching lily and widowmaker. So it is an epiphytic plant. So it grows on trees and it doesn't require any soil.
Just like orchids.
Yeah, so it feeds off leaf litter, just plant material, air, and water.
Can you imagine just Avatar? Plant material, leaf litter, water, air. 4 nations have been.
Yeah. And the reason it is called a widowmaker is because Bushmen, when they were cutting trees and cutting their branches, because of the weight of the plant, the branch may snap and actually fall on one of the Bushmen and make,
A widow.
a widow. Yeah, so that's why it's called a widowmaker.
A widow has been created.
Yeah, which I found really interesting. Because, there are not a lot of epiphytic plants in New Zealand.
Very descriptive name.
Yeah, widowmaker.
Yeah.
Right, hit me.
I don't think I'm allowed.
No, with a plant name, boy.
Hit me with a plant.
We do have plants in this room.
Let's just say there is not a room in this house that has no plants. Corpse plant.
I do know what a corpse plant is.
Do you know what is the family?
No, I don't know what family it comes from. I do know that it grows in Christchurch Botanical Garden in that conservatory. And I do know that it stinks.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually a pretty flower, though, for the name.
It blooms for just a couple of days.
Ah.
For all of that time it takes for it to actually bloom.
And stink up the whole place.
And stink up the whole place. It takes, like, don't quote me on that again, but as per my knowledge, as per my humble opinion, it takes around 7 years to be in a leaf stage for that plant, and then it goes back into the bulb. And then, for anybody interested, this is not somebody knocking on the door. That's my dog who decided to be a drummer.
She's got a killer tail. Sorry about that.
Yeah. What was I? Yes. 7 years it takes for the leaf stage, which it looks like several leaves, like a canopy of a tree-ish, but it's essentially just one leaf.
Oh, I think I've seen it in your house before, haven't I? Yeah,
Yes.
you used to have it. Ah.
Yeah. So what they grow in Botanic Garden is Amorphilus titanium, which is a humongous thing.
Also, do they come in like miniature forms as well? Oh, I did not
still
know
have
that.
it. Amorphilus cognac, as far as I remember.
I like the name of it, cognac.
And that one is definitely much smaller and much more approachable for the indoor growing.
Does it still stink though?
It does. But I have no idea how long it will take for it to actually grow. You definitely need the bulb to get like a bit stronger before it decides to grow. Also,
How often does it flower?
once every 7 years, I would say. Once every 3.
Oh,
That's why the cues, like when it
Yep.
flowered in the Botanic Garden, it just created humongous cues through the Botanic Garden.
yeah, people actually queued up to see the plant and I guess smell it.
I would say they would be disappointed. I had this plant. I put it into the cabinet to dry up the bulbs because that's how you store them, like same as all the other bulbs.
Oh.
And then I threw it out in the garden. So now, if you will go behind my tomatoes, you have 2 corpse plants.
Just to clarify, Sasha has a forest of tomatoes growing in his garden.
Well, I'm sorry. This is my first season growing tomatoes, and I decided to plant 25 seeds, and unfortunately, all of them grew. And I just didn't have a heart to throw away the.
Unfortunate for Sasha, fortunate for me, because I come to his house for free tomatoes. I actually
And
had
tomatoes
one
are
as a,
expensive in New Zealand, by the way.
I actually have had one as a snack earlier. So yeah, they are quite expensive. Right? Are you ready for the next one? It's not as bad, the name, but we use that plant a lot in landscaping, in landscape architecture and designing, but I've never actually Googled why it is called that way. So do you know what a dogwood is?
Dogwood.
Yeah.
Yes. I do like the variety of that, which is a wedding cake.
Cornus controversa variegata. Yes, I passed my test. The wedding cake tree. Yeah. So dogwood. Do you know why it is called that way?
Because dogs like to chew on branches.
I actually don't know if it is poisonous to dogs. Now that you said that, because I know that unfortunately,
Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. We're not loving that.
unfortunately, a lot of plants are poisonous to like cattle and dogs and animals. Actually, that's a good point. I should Google it and make a note for myself. But yeah, I started Googling why it is called.
Beautiful plant, though.
It is. My favorite variety would probably be Cherokee Sunset.
Yeah. So basically, what happens? The winter comes, the leaves drop, and the stems and branches.
No, that's Siberica alba. That's
Ah.
yeah. You are correct. This is my favorite one. I completely forgot about it. Yes, yes,
Yes, and the branches turn red,
yes. They
or
turn red
like hot pink, or
or
like
hot orange.
hot
Yeah,
orange. Yeah,
yeah. No, they are
that's
beautiful.
beautiful one.
So yeah, I've googled it, and there are a couple of theories on why it's called dogwood. One of them is it comes from a Celtic word for small pointed tool, dag. I'm not sure how to pronounce it correctly. And apparently, it's a very hard, strong wood, so it was traditionally used for tool making. There is another theory, however, that people used to boil dogwood bark. So yeah, it was used to bath dogs to treat mange, which is a skin disease apparently. However, there
Caused
is
by
no
parasitic mites.
there is no evidence that this was used as a treatment and whether it was actually effective. But that's another theory why it was called a dogwood. The
Maybe
more
just
you know.
helped with the smell. So this one is a Hoya Eskimo.
Okay.
It is essentially a Hoya carnosa. What do you think about that?
I think it has like white, sort of ball-like flowers. There is a snowball tree, and I think it is a viburnum. But this is what I imagine Hoya to be, to have like a sort
I
of a
think you're
snowball
actually
like.
not wrong. Like I did not remember about the flowers at this moment, but I think they are like snowball shape as well.
Well, I'm assuming this is where the name came from.
I think the name came from mostly from the look of it. It's a bit more splashy, a bit more silvery, definitely splashier than a silver splash Hoya. It is varietal of a carnosa.
It's flowering in my house at the moment.
It smells
Hoya
beautiful.
carnosa.
But if you are allergic, like if you have allergies,
Just like you are.
just like I am, be aware that you might be triggered.
But it smells like honey, and the smell is so strong at night as well. Like it's
That's when actually Hoyas produce the most of the aroma is the night because they're pollinated by the night species, night bugs essentially.
Oh, that makes sense. Cool.
Yeah. Next.
This one is an interesting one, and it's not quite the plant that I actually wanted to choose, but a friend of ours, Jane, recently went to Queenstown with her husband Sergey. She bought a pine cone. It is actually of a different species, but there is a species of pine. Well, actually, no, it's not a pine. Sorry. I kind of gave all my answer out.
I think it probably just reminds of pine, so it's commonly known as pine something.
So anyway, it is called. It's a different species from what she's got her pine cone from, but the one that I've chosen is called a killer pine. Do you know why that would be the
The
name?
sap is a bit too concentrated.
No,
Is it a bit too prickly?
no.
Is it a bit too big?
But what is too big?
Don't we all love that? The cones.
Yes, yes. The killer pine. Again, there is no. I don't think. Okay, don't quote me on that one. But I think there is no confirmed cases of that cone actually killing someone. But it is the killer pine.
I mean, something must have happened to actually call it that way.
Well, I guess it's like one of those near misses. Maybe it fell in front of someone and someone was really scared of it.
So yeah, instead of being a killer pine, it could have been a Newton pine.
Potentially, yeah. So a killer pine is a Araucaria bidwellia. Sorry, it's a bit of a mouthful. Also known as bunya pine or bunya bunya.
Oh, love the mouthful. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm just looking at his glass and no, he hasn't poured a third glass for himself just yet. It is also known as false monkey puzzle tree. Do you know what a monkey puzzle tree is? It's another coniferous tree. Anyway.
Is it on your list?
No, it's not.
Are you cheating again? Like, can you stop doing 2 plants for one?
I'm not doing 2 plants for one. It's just, a lot of
Okay,
plants have a
monkey tree.
whack name. Anyway, so this is called a false monkey puzzle tree, but also a kill pine. It is not actually a pine. It does not belong to Pinus family, but the pine itself grows to 30 to 45 meters, and the pine cone can be as big as a soccer ball.
Well, that would be a killer hit.
Yeah, so apparently, yeah, if it drops, as much as I know the little kernels, because they're not really like pine nuts, the kernels are actually edible. The pine is from Australia. It is found naturally in Queensland. If you want to Google it, the killer pine or bunya bunya pine cone, it looks very alien.
Oh, that's actually very cute.
Cute!
I like it.
It's got spikes on it!
It is a little bit geometrical. It also looks a bit more of a succulent.
I guess because it's not dried yet, yeah. But there you go, a killer pine.
Don't confuse with a killer whale or my dog's killer tail. All right.
Yeah.
A wandering Jew or a Jesus in a cradle.
I did not know that it's called that, like the second name, because I know what a wandering Jew is, because I've got it all over my house, because it's probably the easiest houseplant to propagate.
It is also very invasive houseplant.
Well, it is invasive if you grow it outside. As much as I know, it grows outside in the North Island, doesn't it?
It also grows outside here, like
Yeah, you did send me a picture by the river somewhere.
by the river underneath the bridge, so it's protected from the frost, so it grows easily.
Must love it there.
So Tradescantia. This one in particular is Tradescantia zebrina, which has, honestly, it's a beautiful plant. It's purple.
Is it the purple one? Yeah.
It has purple, it has silver, it has black. So, what not to love? It's a nice combination. And it's easy to grow, but it's very invasive. Now, it's probably just zebrina, zebra plant, probably.
Oh, the trouble is there are so many zebra plants though, because there is a calathea that's called a zebra plant.
Well, that is the problem with calling plants by common names, because let's talk about the money plant.
Yeah, it's different in different countries, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because what I know,
There is a succulent, there is the aquatic one.
no, the money plant that I know is the jade plant.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a succulent.
Yeah.
And then there is a Chinese one, Chinese money plant. Forgot what is it? Something aquatica. It's essentially just three stems. You probably have it in your house, guys. It's essentially just a root or a stem or a trunk that is made into a braid, and it has 3 or 4 leaves growing out of it.
Are you talking about the bamboo, the money bamboo? Because that's another one. Oh, lucky bamboo. Sorry,
That's
no, that's a
lucky
lucky bamboo. Yeah. Interesting.
Yes, let us know what I mean, because I can't remember.
Reminder: second glass only. Okay, are you ready for the next one? Do you know what a Mexican snowball is?
Ooh, well, in my imagination, it is like, when you watch American movies, you have those, like, not ice cream, but snow cones. And if it's a Mexican snow cone, it is something spicy.
Actually, there is spicy ice cream. I tried it before. It's yum. But again, I like spicy. Well, it's not spicy. The plant is not spicy.
Oh.
I actually am not sure if it has any other names, but I can tell you that you know that plant. Do you remember?
Do you remember?
Okay, imagine my front door.
Ba-ba-ba-bum.
Imagine my front door. The 2 hanging baskets. The succulent in them. Do you know what it's called? What is it called?
Mexican snowball?
Yes, you are correct. Echeveria elegans.
Oh.
This plant right there.
Oh, that's cute.
Yes.
Yes.
And you
So
see,
yeah, it's a succulent, quite geometrical, slightly on a dusty green.
I
a bit
wonder
bluish
if maybe
side.
that dust, maybe this is where the Mexican,
Mexican, yeah.
the snowball name comes from. Because it's like green, blue, succulent. And honestly, if you Google the Echeveria elegans or Mexican snowball and see the picture, you'll know that exactly the plant that we are talking about.
I do like the blooms on that plant. It's
Yeah,
quite cute.
they're like bright pink. They're beautiful.
So yeah, it's a nice contrast for a plant itself. It's like nice geometrical leaves, quite flat. The flower is essentially coming on a long pink stalk with
Pink plants, yeah, it's a beautiful plant.
pink flowers.
But yeah, now you know, it's called Mexican snowball.
All right, let's go into the next name, Sticky Willy.
Funny enough, I don't know what plant it is, but when you...
Funny enough, she encountered one.
Boy. But if you Google like funny plant names, it is on the list. I'm assuming it is a sticky plant.
What it is just a herb, but yes, it does have a sticky stuff. It's called Galium eparine. Eparine. So, the Sticky Willy. What do you think it is?
Now that you've mentioned it, I actually know exactly what the hell that plant is, because it is a weed in New Zealand that grows everywhere. And as you mentioned, maybe the sap is sticky. But have you ever encountered that?
The sticky sap or the plant itself?
No, the plant itself.
No.
I feel like you might have, because Sasha and I actually worked on one of the projects together before when we did the landscaping, and we did the clear out of the bone seed. Do you remember that? I'm pretty sure that plant was there because it clings on you. It's very similar to, remember the spiky plant from back from home? Yeah, well, home. Never call it home anymore. Sorry.
Don't go at home.
Yeah. Yeah, it catches onto you, like it just clings onto you. And it's very difficult to get it off your clothes.
Or your pets, or your hair,
Or
or
everywhere.
anything.
Yeah.
This is a sticky willy.
Okay, I did not know that it's called a sticky willy. I know the plant that you're talking about. I did not know that it's called that. Okay, Sasha is
I'm not a tipsy plant yet.
yeah, but it's another glass of the lovely wine that we are having today. I actually love it.
Like, honestly,
It is not a cheap wine, right? It wasn't.
definitely not a cheap wine,
No.
especially with current situation for the export. All the Burgundy, Beaujolais, basically anything from Europe or France, it's just going to be $30 or $20 more expensive.
It's not New Zealand. Like, don't get us wrong. New Zealand has lovely wines, but sometimes you do want to venture into like other countries' wines. And
They
I
have
feel
nice wines, but the thing is that it's different styles, different soil, different varieties, different strains of grapes.
yeah. Well, you still want to explore different countries as well. Yeah.
Exactly.
So we went to the shop this morning and got a couple of bottles of wine, and I feel like Sasha, you made that choice, and that's a great choice. I feel. I recently started venturing into French wines just because my mother-in-law lives in France. She brought a couple of wines from
Alsace.
France. Yeah, from Alsace. Yeah, and I've never tried Pinot Blanc before, but
Really?
yeah, I've never tried it before.
Okay.
Well,
I
because
need
New
to-
Zealand has Pinot Noir usually,
It has Pinot Blanc too.
possibly, but it's not as popular. Call it that
It's
way.
definitely harder to find.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ones, Pinot Blancs from New Zealand, will be Kelly Washington Pinot Blanc.
Ooh, I must give it a try.
It's a bit more on a bolder side for Pinot Blancs,
Oh yeah.
but it's quite lovely.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool. Are you ready for the next one?
Hit me.
Do you know? And actually, I actually learned about this plant yesterday, and it's just such a coincidence that I found what it's called, and it's a coincidence that it fits into this episode. Do you know what is a coxcomb?
I beg your pardon.
It is called coxcomb.
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 So Pinus's brush.
If you read it that way, yes. Do you know what it is? Or do you have
No.
an idea what it might look like?
I don't want to have an idea how it looks like.
What else is called a cock?
A rooster.
Yes. So, the botanical name is Celosia argentea va cristata, formerly known as
For people who
Celosia
don't know what
cristata.
is var, it's variety.
Yes.
Or
Well, yeah, it just says va. It's easier to read it that way. It is also known as coxcomb. So the name, right? It comes from the way it looks, and it kind of looks like the thing that you see on top of the rooster's head, the cock's head.
the cock's head.
Oh, I clipped the
It's
audio
fine.
there.
Don't clip it. It's nice. The nice updo. A cock's updo. I think the vine is slowly hitting me.
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of it. We can, keep talking plants and keep drinking, and it just becomes a nicer conversation.
Hence the name of the bloody podcast.
Yeah. See that? That's the plant.
I'm not fussed about that. It looks like geranium, and I hate geraniums. It smells like bloody carrots.
It kind of looks like geranium, but it looks like a fluffy geranium. I actually saw it in the supermarket, and they had the yellow ones and the red ones there, and I was like, oh my god, what is that? I've never seen it before. And then I started googling like funny names today, just to finish off my list, and this was on the list, coxcomb. So yeah, this is my plant. Sasha, hit me.
Hit me, baby, one more time. Well, I'm definitely aware that you are well aware of this plant. Kangaroo paw.
Say again?
Kangaroo paw.
Oh, I actually have it on my list as well.
I told you.
To be honest, it is stupid that we have it, that both of us have it on our list, because we used that plant on that project that we worked on together. Yeah, but I love it.
It is a beautiful flex.
What is it? It is a flaxy-looking plant, yes.
Yeah.
Where is it from?
Australia.
Well, I mean, the name kind of says it, doesn't it? Yeah, and why is it called that way?
Because the flowers look like paws of a kangaroo.
I honestly have never seen a kangaroo in my life. I've never been to Australia just yet. Well, okay.
I'm gonna go there soon.
Yeah, so excited for you. But I've been through Australia before, as in like it was a stopover to go to Singapore.
Well, as you go through Australia, and if it's a transition flight, you don't get out of the plane.
No, we actually did
Oh,
get.
did you?
Yeah, we did get out and we did go to like Sydney Harbour, but it was a very short. No, like we went for a drink with mum and dad, and then we flew back to Singapore.
That's nice.
But I'd love to go there one day. So yeah, where I was getting to is I've never seen a kangaroo, so I can't really confirm whether it looks like an actual kangaroo paw. But it is a beautiful plant, isn't it? I'm actually using it. I'm actually using it in a couple of my projects. So yeah.
Would you like to join us for Australia tour as well?
Oh, I'd love to, but
Trip.
next time. Next time. Yes.
So who should hit who at the moment, because it was both our plants.
Right. I have actually encountered this plant. Well, kind of a plant.
Kind of a plant. Is it a fake plant?
No, it's not. But it's not. It's not really a plant. I'll tell you what it is
Elaborate.
later. I had this project where I had to be there in Hamner Springs.
Algae?
Hold on, let me tell the story
Mushroom.
first. Yes, it is a mushroom. Well, it is a fungi. So I actually encountered it myself, and I was like, "What the actual f is this? Smell-wise and looks-wise." But the thing is called stinghorn. Do you know what a stinghorn is?
I heard about it. Can't remember how it looks like,
Well, in different countries and in different areas, they look
but
different.
it
'cause
makes me
it's
think
kind
about Slughorn.
No, it's not the Harry Potter thing. But yeah, Stinghorn. So I was there on site for a couple of days. Like we actually had an accommodation there and we were working on site. And this thing popped out of the ground. It looked like a little fungi, like a mushroom. It looked like an egg at first. And then in a couple of days, I was walking past that same area and the smell was so horrific. Like it smelled like something is rotten. And I was like, where the hell this is coming from?
Well, that's how you know it's getting pollinated by flies.
Yes. And I looked at the same place where that little egg was, and it opened up. What it
And
looks...
the aliens came out of it.
It actually looks like a freaking alien hen. So it opened up, and it had like 5 or 6 tentacles.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about now. I know that plant.
They're red, and I've actually seen it in my real life. And I thought that we are getting invaded.
It does look like a... Yes. It does look like a bloody octopus got caught in soil.
Have you ever seen it in real life before?
No.
It's, yeah.
I do like another type of mushroom, which is essentially like T20 cube.
Oh, the basket mushroom. Yeah, it is edible. Did you know that?
Is it edible?
Yeah.
I would not try that.
No, there is a type of stinghorn mushroom that looks like a basket mushroom, but there is another one, a puff mushroom. Yeah, I think that's
That
the
is
one.
edible, yes.
Yeah. Sorry, no, I'm
But
talking
please
about
don't try it. Like, first, do the research, Google the pictures, Google
Yeah.
what is edible in your area, and then try it.
Yeah,
If you are,
mushrooms can be very dangerous.
like, please don't rely on whatever we're seeing at the moment.
I would never freaking ever touch that stinghorn mushroom. Like, no, it's an alien mushroom.
I mean, a lot of mushrooms that are edible also look quite disgusting. Like, have read about of articles, and no.
have you
I'm
ever
fine
gone
with it.
foraging in New Zealand?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
actually time to start it. We
How is
should
it
go.
now?
Yeah.
Bottle Lake. Bottle Lake is a good place to
Oh,
start.
don't give out the place. Well, I mean, every freaking one in Christchurch goes there.
Sorry.
All good.
But yes, Bottle Lake, they do have lisički. I don't know how to say it in English. It's a slimy mushroom.
Oh no, that's a Sloppy Joe's.
Sloppy Joe is a burger.
Slippery Joe?
That's probably a cocktail, like a slippery nipple.
Slippery Jack.
Slippery Jack.
Sorry, yeah, the Slippery Jack. That's the mushroom, and it does grow here in New Zealand, yes.
It's quite delicious, actually. Yes, it does take a little bit of frying because you don't want to have that goo, and it takes a little bit of hands-on because you want to peel it a bit, you want to wash the goo out of it. Yeah. But it's delicious. Okay.
Hit me with a plant.
Well, you know exactly what that plant is. It's mother-in-law tongue. You have it.
Yes. What is this? A snake plant?
A snake plank. Plank.
Blank.
Plant. It is Sansevieria trifasciata. But
It is a mouthful.
it is a mouthful. Well, mother-in-law's tongue. Mouthful. Yuck. But did you know that they got reclassified a couple of years ago?
No, I didn't.
They're now Dracaenas.
What?
Mm-hmm.
But Dracaena is the palm-looking plant,
Yep.
isn't it?
but the way they flower is the same. So they get classified under the same.
Like, I understand why it is done. I understand why they reclassify different plants, but I kind of hate it because you have to remember the new plant. Well, they usually put like a synonym, right? So
Yeah.
the old plant
That's
stays as
why
a synonym.
sometimes common names is helpful for common people. Like
Yeah, but they
not
have to be from the same country because in different countries, different plants, common names are for different plants.
yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's yeah. Oh, I actually love my snake plant.
And there are so many nice varieties over there. I do want to find a whale fin Sansevieria, well, Dracaena, which is just one leaf essentially, and it's humongous.
Ooh. Do they sell it in New Zealand?
I think they do, but it's hard to find, and it's only on Marketplace.
Well, I'm sure you'll find it one day.
I don't need it. I'm trying to declutter. Like I have way too many plants. I have stopped counting at 150.
Damn, that's a lot of plants.
Yes. Like, and you are sitting next to a terrarium with cuttings.
Yes, and I'm also sitting. There's one begonia behind me, and there is what is it?
Philodendron Congo.
There is a Congo above me, like I'm actually sitting under it, like I'm sitting under a palm.
The funny thing is, I got this one as a rescue, and it was dying like very dramatically, and I didn't think I'm gonna save it, so I bought another one.
You've done a good job, because that looks. Is that the one that you saved?
Yes.
Wow.
This is humongous now, and I'm like, the hell? The other one that I bought because I didn't think I'm gonna save this one, that one just went to France because I did not.
You didn't need it. Yeah.
Like honestly, that one grew slower than the one that I rescued.
All right. Are you ready for the next one?
Hit me, Sasha, one more time.
Do you know what a strawberry tree is?
No, but I would like to try it.
Apparently it is edible, but it doesn't taste good.
I know what it is. It looks like lychees on a tree.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought. Because I thought that a lychee name would, like a lychee tree, would be more appropriate to it. Because it's got like a red.
A little bit prickly.
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry, something flew out of your mouth just now.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, maybe I'm imagining things.
Flowered or flew? Like,
Not flew out of
out
your
of my mouth.
Yeah, like a. Anyway, strawberry tree. Yeah, it is
It's quite
called.
bland. I tried it. It's quite bland.
Oh, have you tried it?
Yeah.
No, I've never tried it. I know that birds love it. It is called Arbutus unedo, evergreen shrub or small tree. It is definitely a
Sure.
small tree.
Sure, evergreen shrub. It's like 2 meters high.
Yeah. Well, no, it's more than that.
Sometimes
I've seen it as a tree.
I've seen a 2 meter. Oh yeah, not 2 meters.
No,
sorry,
like a
it's
four-
definitely
4
like
meter.
4 meter. Yeah.
Yeah. It is native to Mediterranean region of Western Europe, and apparently it is called strawberry tree because it kind of resembles a strawberry, which I
People
kind
didn't see strawberry when they called it.
Well, I mean the color-wise, yeah, it does, but like, yeah, I don't see it as like
It's
being a
hot
strawberry.
pink, reddish.
Yeah, but
Anything can be a strawberry then.
apparently because it is quite common in Ireland, it is also called an Irish strawberry tree. That's what I know it by. Yeah, but I love that tree. I feel like it's one of the nicer looking evergreen trees just because those strawberry-like fruit, it kind of adds a bit of a feature to a tree, and birds love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last plant on my list is the booby cactus plant.
No, I do not know what it is. I'm assuming
It is
there's a
exactly what it
cactus.
is.
Does
Sounds
it look like boobs?
It's like a tower of boobs.
What? I can't imagine a tower of boobs.
Just stack boobs on top of each other, and that's a booby cactus.
Wow. Okay.
The name of it is a mouthful, and it just can be a challenge, and it also kind of sounds like anime special move. Geometrizans. Fukurokuru Ryuzinoboku.
Let me try that. Fukuroku Ryozinboku. Sorry if we've butchered the name.
Definitely did, but it's fine.
Yeah, I had to Google it because I wasn't sure. But it looks like your description is correct. So if it looks like if you stacked boobs on top of each other, but you would alternate the stacking, like you would go sort of one way, another way, one way, another way.
You know what it is? It is in America they have those totems, and instead of having the totem animals, boobs. So that.
Sasha was correct. It looks like a stack of boobs, and it kind of looks like you kind of stack them one way, and then you turn
You
them
just
90 degree
alternate
and
with
then
it. Yeah.
yeah, you alternate the stacking. But also it looks like a candle of boobs and then you melt it.
Yes,
What
just
I
a
mean,
little
look
bit.
at it. It kind of looks like
Yeah,
melted boobies.
melted booby candle.
Oh, can you get it in New Zealand?
I think you can get it. I think I have seen it a couple of times in the
Like one of the shops that
department
sells?
stores.
Yeah, department stores, yeah. Ah, nice. I actually like it. I kind of want to get it. I like succulents because, like, you know,
I can't grow succulents for my life, like for dear life of mine. Like
do you overwater them?
I either overwater them or underwater them because I can't find a sweet spot.
Yeah. Well, you don't have a green thumb for cactus. You have green thumb for everything else but cactuses. Cacti. Sorry.
Kick a tie. Cocky
Right.
tie.
I have actually two plants for you, but
That's fine.
let's call it one as a bonus plant because you might actually know what it is. But the other one is it's actually edible. It grows in New Zealand.
Let's eat it.
Do you know what a Chilean guava is? Do you know what a New Zealand cranberry is?
Myrtus.
Yes. So you know the plant.
Yes.
So did you know that it's also called Chilean guava?
No.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. So it used to be called Myrtus ungi. It is like one of those plants. It was renamed as Ungi molinae. It is called a Chilean guava, and it also is known as New Zealand cranberry. But fun fact, it is not endemic or even native to New Zealand.
Where is it from then?
Argentina and Chile. Yeah, it is an evergreen plant that is used as hedges. It is edible. It actually smells so amazing when it flowers. Have you ever tried it before?
I haven't tried to eat it. I haven't tried to smell it, but I do like the way it looks when it is standard.
Yes. Have you seen
Um,
it at the place where we work together?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
This just for people who don't know, the standard is essentially making
Like a
training a tree.
lollipop tree,
Yeah,
call it that
training
way.
a tree to look like a lollipop.
Yeah.
So you have a long stem and a canopy on top is a circle.
I actually know people who bake with it, and apparently the baking is really nice.
I do want to try to bake with lemon verbena. Have you smelled that before?
Yes, I actually grew it before, but the trouble is it grows into a massive shrub.
I think for lemon cakes, ooh, it will just overpower with the aroma. It's kind of like a lemongrassy, lemony.
Yeah, it kind of, yeah, it is like a lemongrass, but yeah,
It's nice.
it is nice. Right, the last one that I have for you, call it a bonus plant. You might know it. I have childhood memories with that plant because it grew right outside of my apartment building. Do you know what a bleeding heart is?
No, I don't.
If I show you a picture, and I'm gonna show Sasha a picture now. If I show you a picture,
Bleeding heart does sound like a bloody. I know that plant. Yes, I've seen it in red zone here. As you walk around, you will see it multiple times.
have you ever seen it like back in
Flower?
Russia?
Yes. Back in Russia? No,
Oh,
not in my hometown.
because I know it from back in Russia. In Russian, it's called a broken heart. Разбитое сердце, but in English it's called a bleeding heart. It's one of those species that has been renamed as well. It used to be called Dicentra. This particular one that I've picked is Dicentra spectabilis.
We used to sell it in the place.
Yes, yes. And they've renamed it to Lemprocarpus spectabilis, which is, yeah. I mean, I understand why they do it, but it does say
Yeah,
that
like
it,
people who are 80 or 70 years old or 90, they definitely not gonna keep up. And if you rename it, they probably will not care.
yeah. Well, same with hebes. Do you know that the plant that grows in New Zealand, one of the endemic and native plants to New Zealand, hebes, have been reclassified as veronicas.
Boo!
Yeah, but I mean, you can't make people not call it a hebe because it is hebe.
So what is Hebe then?
Hebe is actually one of the Greek goddesses. I can't remember which one, but yeah, it comes from a Greek goddess. The name?
It's probably like a fourth tier goddess because I don't know that one.
Yeah, this is my list, and I actually think that it was a lot of fun to try and guess plants. Did you enjoy it, Sasha?
I think that was nice. That was
Did you
quite
learn
fun.
something new?
Refreshed my memories.
I actually did learn quite a bit. So that's a wrap on today's episode. We hope that we've inspired you to grab a glass of wine or whatever drink you prefer and give your leafy friends some extra love. Keep it green, keep it tipsy. Tipsy Plants signing out.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And take care of your liver.